boy. Don't get lost in this bitch. I got the sauce in the drip. My roof get lost in the wheel. Yeah. I put that frost on my wrist. I spend the loft on my feet. That's a boss, little bitch. Money cars on my hip. When the money calls, I gotta dip. How many money cars you done did? Never took no loss, I gotta win. I can't call on no friends. I just call on them M's. And when I see this shit slowing, I just gotta keep it going. Keep my head high when it stays low. Praise God every day though. Smile through the struggles, they don't even know it. When shit get in the way, you gotta keep it going. Hey!
What is up, y'all? Happy Friday. I know it's been a long week for some of y'all. Unlike me, I just came back from vacation, so I was only at work for one day. But happy Friday. If you don't know who I am, I go by the name of the Prince Clay. And if you are new to this channel, please help me out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are returning to this channel and you can't watch this video, you already know what I'm gonna say. Y'all game. So for today's video, obviously you guys seen the title. I'll be talking about the aviation side of the Navy versus the surface side of the Navy. I'm gonna start off with the best side of the Navy, which is the aviation side. For me, I was lucky enough to kind of like get exposure to, you know, the aviation side and the surface side. Alright, so when it comes to the aviation side of the Navy, your main job is to focus on making sure that aircraft is able to fly. But if you work on the admin side, I'm talking about like YNs, PS, y'all ain't really doing nothing. But however, the following rates are the main, you know, core of a squadron. You have AMs, AMEs, ATs, AEs, MECs, PRs, and you also have the bottom of the bottom, which is the line checks. It's just a mixture of rates and people who come in the Navy as undeads. So the only thing that really sucks about, you know, being with a squadron is the hours. It's a little bit, right? So you have day shift and you have night shift, right? So typically day shift comes in around like, I believe like, it's been a minute, I think like 06, and then y'all do like turnover at like 1400, 1500, it's been a long time. But 2 shifts, day check and night check. So typically day check, they pretty much like do all the flight schedule. Sometimes they may do wash jobs, it just depends. But mainly day check does the whole flight schedule, while night check, you know, they get to sleep in, they come in. Flight schedule is, you know, almost to an end. And then once day check leaves, that's when night check does like the maintenance, all type of maintenance on the aircraft. A lot of wash jobs, and those who know, you know what I mean, yeah, night check. So at first I didn't really want to go to night check, cause like I just wanted to like get off and then just have the rest of the day to myself to kind of like do what I want to do, or, you know, knock out a few errands, right? So I think when I got back from deployment, my first deployment, they had we did like swaps. So if you was on night check, you'll go to day check. If you're on day check, you go to night check. So I happen to be one of those people to get, you know, switch over to night check. And I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. Night check is definitely where it's at. It's kind of laid back depending on, you know, how the workload is. But really, y'all really get to kind of like chill though. Don't be, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. That was my experience. You know, that was my experience. We came in, got the work done, and next thing you know, we were chilling. But sometimes we would get off around like, well, that's the thing too, like day check, you know when you're getting off. You may get off a little bit later, but when it comes to night check, ain't no telling when you get off, because you can be getting off, you know, around midnight, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. It just all depends on your workload and, you know, how much motivation y'all have, you know, starting the shift. Because if y'all just coming in and y'all have like, you know, bad attitude, y'all don't feel like doing nothing, which all of us, you know, we don't want to work, right? But if y'all come in, you know, slacking, whatever, y'all gonna be there till like 01, 02. You can ask anybody who's in the squadron. You can ask anybody who's, you know, been on night check or is currently on night check. If I had to describe a squadron, I would describe it as, you know, being laid back. And again, it depends on what type of time period you're in, right? When you're doing workups, They're gonna be working constantly working, day check, night check, and then sometimes they put everyone together just to kind of like, you know, being able to make sure everything is, you know, good to go. When you're in maintenance phase, damn, I forgot which one is which. Y'all can help me out, but I think maintenance phase is like y'all don't really do nothing. Y'all just, y'all might work on a jet or two, but you just coming to work and kind of like chilling. Versus when you on workups, like I said, you doing a lot of stuff. If y'all in the squadron, I forgot the different phases. Y'all can help me out. When it comes to like, you know, dealing with the ship, the only time you really dealing with the ship is when you like going on deployment, or you going on underway, you going on com to west, CQs. That's the only time you really going, you know, on a ship. So that's definitely a pro. If y'all thinking about joining, y'all choose like an aviation rate, or y'all like undez air. Well, look. I got lucky enough, I was on desk, but I got lucky enough to get sent to a squadron versus, you know, getting sent to service side, right? So I've been lucky my entire career. And if you are choosing, you know, to become undez air and you get sent to a squadron, hey, that's good. Don't take that, go to a squadron and just, you know, take off from there. A lot of people think that when you're part of a squadron, the only type of uniform you have to wear is, you know, your NDUG. When it comes to squadron and uniform, most of the rates, you know, they all work on the aircrafts, right? So you're dealing with, you know, oil, grease, change, you're getting dirty, right? So you are authorized to wear coveralls. We have green coveralls, the boot camp issue coveralls. Now we're gonna talk about the surface side, right? You can tell by my face. So surface side, right, obviously there are ships, you have carriers, you have destroyers, you have cruisers, you have some subs, nothing but ships. Unlike the aviation side, surface side, you have all different types of rates. You have ASs, you have OSs, you have STGs, you have ABEs, ABHs, ABFs, MAs, ETs, AMs, LNs, a whole bunch of rates. Y'all know OSs are the best rates in the Navy. So earlier I had mentioned, you know, how squadron life you have day check and night check. However, one good thing about surface side, we don't deal with day check and night check. So for me and all the other people who are, you know, on surface side, we usually come in at 07 so we can muster, make sure everyone's accounted for. However, depending on your rate, I'm not gonna say what time I get off. You know what I'm saying? My OSs know what time we be getting off. But depending on the highs or the khakis, it's up to them. Let you guys, you know, go on liberty, which essentially means what time they'll let you guys get off. You can get off at like 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning. Sometimes you get off at 15:30. Again, it just really depends on your rate. Some rates we have no use of being, you know, at work. But some of our rates require us to be out at sea. The hours, it varies, but for me, again, I ain't gonna tell you what time I be getting off. But we all know this is a con, but it has to happen. You have your duty days, right? So essentially, you have to muster, you know, at 07, and you cannot leave until 07 the next morning. It's better to have duty on a weekend, like on a Saturday, muster again on Sunday, and then just go home. Having duty on a weekday kind of sucks because you're going to work, having a muster, and then wake up the next morning, muster, and then gotta complete your workload. And then you're going to keep on, you know, going about your day. But I would say having duty on a weekend is the perfect way to go. At least on a Saturday, so that way you can muster in the morning and then, you know, go home. One thing that gives me a headache, right? I'm not gonna tell y'all what base I'm on. Some of y'all already know what base I'm on, right? Because I work with some of y'all. But in the morning, dealing with traffic, especially at the gate. Sometimes it's gonna be backed up. Sometimes they're gonna change the gate, and it's like, damn. Whereas we just squadron, you know, you got a small base, so you don't really gotta deal with all that traffic. That's one thing I missed about being with a squadron. You know, I could just, you know, come to work and not deal with no traffic at all. But now on the service side, sometimes I get jammed up just because of the traffic that's, you know, backing us up. I'm not gonna lie, like I never never, ever, I never wanted to actually join the surface side because I fell in love with, you know, the aviation community. I just had like a normal job, really. But now, ever since I came to service side, I actually like it though. Today actually makes my 1 year mark with my current commitment. I feel like this past deployment was better than my first deployment. Even though on this deployment, you know, being attached to a ship, man, you gotta do a lot. And you working like Monday through Monday. You might get holiday routine on Sunday, if that. Monday through Monday. But it was all worth it, you know, so I just had to, you know, keep the ball rolling. Nah, but overall, man, I think that aviation is a good way to go. Surface side is a good way to go as well. Just depending on, you know, your work ethic, what you like, and how you are able to adapt. But again, it is the Navy, it is the military. You can get thrown in the aviation community or you can get thrown in the service community. However, whichever way they throw you, make the best of it. Don't take it too serious. Do your job. I ain't telling you to slack. Do your job. Know how to do your job. And make sure you get help from the right people. Okay? Not the people who are qualified, because I ain't gonna say so much about that. But the right people, alright? Get help from the right people, you're gonna go far in your career. You already know, I ain't doing 20 years, you feel me? 2027 is my date, 2028, kinda. Depending on, you know, what happens. Thank y'all for tuning in. If y'all made it to this point in this video, thank y'all. If you are new to this channel, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And y'all know what I'm gonna say. If y'all returning to this channel to watch this video, y'all gang, alright? Like I said, it's Friday. I know y'all wanna hit the club. Make sure y'all drive safe. Matter of fact, don't drink and drive, alright? Don't drink and drive. The Navy, y'all know the policy. I'm out.
Hey, I'm about to kick some shit right now. Check me out. Keep it going. Yeah. Look, my jealous tight, I don't trip. But it's private flights if I trip. Got Ferragamo by the hill. Look, talking real designer shit, bitch. Panda. I want the Porsche Panamera. Look myself in the mirror. Like you did it, though, nigga. You the one, yo. Got it done. Count the funds. Need a rolling big book. Top of models, get the